Reorganization meeting. This meeting is a meeting of the school board and public for a purpose of conducting school corporation's business. Mr. Clauser, could you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yep. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. Mrs. Jones is not yet here, but we are proceeding. Mission statement. Mrs. Hutchison, could you state that?
Yeah. Lebanon Community School Corporation challenges everyone every day to reach a new best.
Thank you very much. Now we have the election of the officer. Since none of us actually have an office right now, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Millman to lead the election of the officer.
Thank you, Mr. Parks. I would now open the floor to the board members for nominations for president of the board for the calendar year 2024.
Nominate Craig Parks to remain in that position.
Mr. Parks, accept that.
I accept that.
Are there any other nominations from the board? Seeing none, we would close nominations, and all in favor of Mr. Parks?
Need a second.
Oh, need a second.
I'll make the
Mr.
second
Hendricks.
motion on that for Mr. Parks, please.
Now I'll close nominations. All in favor of Mr. Parks serving as board president for the calendar year 2024, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed to Mr. Parks serving as
No.
president? Seeing none, congratulations, Mr. Parks.
Thank you.
Great, now I can turn it over to you. for the-
All right.
for the officer.
Do we have a nomination for vice president?
I will make the nomination for Lisa.
Mrs. Hutchison?
Yes.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Clauser, seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have secretary. Do we have a nomination for secretary?
Yeah, I'll move for a nomination of Ms. Tiffany Jones for secretary.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I will second. Or Miss Hutchison beat me to it. That's fine.
Okay. Ms. Hutchison. Tiffany did say that she would
She would
accept
serve
that,
in this role.
serve in
Yes,
the
she
role.
did
So,
make
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have routine reorganization matters. In your background notes, there was the list of items A through Q. We are able to do this as one single motion. I don't know if you want to, if somebody wants to go ahead and make a motion to accept them, we can have any discussions that might happen after that. So
Yeah.
do we have a motion to accept matters A through Q in routine school matters?
Yeah, I'll move to adopt or accept matters A through Q as presented in the background notes.
Mr. Clausen, do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Hendricks? Do we have any discussions? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, Dr. Millman, information board discussion.
I just left that on for a standing item in case there's any items the board wishes to bring forward or questions that they might have, but I do not have any at this time.
All right. With that, we will go ahead and adjourn. All right. We'll open this meeting. It's a special school board meeting. This meeting is a meeting of the school board for public for a purpose of conducting school board business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There will be time for public participation as indicated in the agenda. The meeting is fully accessible. The site is. Any person requiring further accommodation should contact the superintendent at the school corporation central office. Do we have any comments from the public? Hearing none, we'll move to action items. First item is a request, a correction of the superintendent contract. This is actually what I would call a Scribner's error, that striking one item out of the contract. All of you have been provided that in your background notes. So do we have a motion to accept this correction for the superintendent contract?
Make a motion.
Mrs. Hutchison, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Clauser. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, Dr. Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Parks. A pleasure for me to make a recommendation this morning for interim principal for Hattie B. Stokes Elementary. This is made necessary by the recent retirement of Kelly Solomon. Very fortunate that we were able to find a highly qualified interim principal, Dr. Brenda Wolf, recently retired as principal of Wheeler Elementary and Speedway. During her time there, Wheeler was awarded the Distinguished Title I Award from the United States Department of Education and State Department of Education. She has extensive knowledge in special education, as well as multilingual education. Approximately 175 of her 365 students were multilingual students, meaning English was not their first language. And under her leadership, again, was awarded that Title I Distinguished Award. So very fortunate that Dr. Wolf was willing to do this for us for a semester. She's with us today. I wanted you to be able to put a face with the name. We're happy to answer any questions you may have. The agreement is before you. It was reviewed by board council as well. And again, we're just very pleased that she's going to be able to provide leadership for the school for the remainder of the year while we search for a permanent principal.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for volunteering.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having me.
so do we have a motion to approve the employment agreement for interim principal for Hattie B. Stokes?
All motion.
Mr. Hendricks, do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Clauser, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. And this is through the end of the year too, correct?
Yes.
Through the end of the school year.
She will not be with us every day. She has some previously scheduled commitments during the days that she's not there. Mr. Chad Salzman, who served as assistant principal at Central Elementary for several years and now is serving the district as supervisor of exceptional learning, will be providing an administrative presence in the building on the days that she's unable to be there. So we'll be able to continue with a full complement of support, and they're working out that calendar as we speak and communicating it with the parents and staff on a monthly basis as it may change from time to time.
Excellent. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. With that, we do have just upcoming board meetings next Tuesday, the 16th. We have a regular board meeting right here in the Herman B. Wells Community Room. With that, we will